99.9% of women will chase you if you do this. Stoicism. Modern Stoic. Welcome to Blessing of Stoicism, where modern wisdom meets timeless strength. Gentlemen, if you've ever wondered what truly makes a woman pursue you, this video will reveal the simple truth that 99.9% of men overlook. It's not about looks, money, or flashy moves. It's about mastering a mindset grounded in Stoicism, a calm confidence that naturally draws her in. If you've ever felt ignored or unsure why she isn't chasing after you, then pay close attention. The secret I'm about to share will change how you approach attraction and relationships forever. Here's a quote to keep in mind. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Component placement, Confucius. Let's dive in and unlock the power of Stoic presence that makes her want to chase you. 1. True confidence and self-esteem come from within, not from looks, cars, or pick-up lines. True confidence and self-esteem do not come from the surface. They are not gifts bestowed by flashy cars, stylish clothes, or clever pick-up lines. Instead, they are deeply rooted qualities that originate from within a man's character and mindset. This is the fundamental lesson modern Stoicism teaches us, a philosophy that has guided men of strength and integrity for centuries. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wisely stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This timeless truth reminds us that external circumstances, like appearance or material possessions, hold no real power over how confident or valuable we feel. Rather, it is how we manage our inner world that defines true confidence and self-worth. When a man masters himself, controls his emotions, and approaches life with calm resilience, he embodies a magnetic presence that attracts women in a way superficial tactics never could. It is this serene strength, not the noise of trying to impress, that makes 99.9% of women naturally drawn to him. Picture a man who stands unshaken in the middle of a storm, not because he ignores the chaos around him, but because he has cultivated an inner fortress of self-control and reason. This image is exactly what real confidence looks like, and it is infinitely more compelling than any practiced line or show of wealth. Modern life bombards men with messages that external validation defines success or desirability, but Stoicism cuts through that illusion. Epictetus, another great Stoic thinker, reminded us, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This insight is critical to understanding why so many men struggle with confidence. They tie their self-esteem to circumstances beyond their control, such as a woman's approval, career achievements, or social status. True confidence liberates you from this endless chase. It anchors you in a mindset where your value is unwavering, no matter the external situation. This doesn't mean you become indifferent or detached from the world. Rather, you engage with it fully, but without losing your center. Women are intuitively attracted to this kind of grounded energy because it signals a man who is emotionally mature, reliable, and authentic. Think of the countless real-life situations where this kind of poise can transform your experience, handling stressful moments at work without losing composure, responding to conflict calmly instead of reacting impulsively, or simply living daily life with a quiet assurance that your worth is inherent and not earned through performance or approval. This steady mindset is the true definition of masculinity in the modern age. The metaphor of the rock in a storm is particularly powerful. In life, storms will come. Unexpected challenges, rejection, disappointments, and distractions. A man who embraces Stoicism learns not to be swept away by these storms, but to remain a constant, stable presence. This steadfastness communicates something profound, that he is in control of himself, no matter what life throws his way. Women pick up on this almost instinctively, sensing a man who offers safety, strength, and unwavering presence. This doesn't mean being emotionally unavailable or cold. Rather, it's about managing your emotions thoughtfully and responding to situations with clarity and calmness. This balance creates a magnetic aura that far surpasses any superficial charm or fleeting attraction. Additionally, embracing Stoicism helps men focus on what truly matters in relationships and life. Values like integrity, patience, and respect. It encourages you to cultivate habits that build lasting confidence, daily reflection, setting personal goals aligned with your principles, and practicing gratitude even in tough times. As Seneca, another Stoic sage, famously said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." When you internalize this, you realize that many fears or doubts that undermine your confidence are self-created and can be overcome through disciplined thought and action. This realization empowers you to break free from the anxiety that so often paralyzes men and prevents them from fully expressing their authentic selves. In practical terms, adopting a modern Stoic mindset means shifting your focus from trying to impress others to impressing yourself by being consistent, reliable, and emotionally resilient. It means treating setbacks not as personal failures, but as opportunities to learn and grow stronger. It means valuing your time and energy and not wasting them chasing validation from people or things outside your control. This profound shift in perspective not only boosts your self-esteem, but naturally makes you more attractive to women who seek genuine connection rather than superficial showmanship. So, if you're ready to transform your approach to confidence and relationships, start by looking inward and cultivating your inner fortress. Practice patience with yourself as you develop greater emotional mastery and resilience. Remember, true power lies not in external achievements, but in your ability to maintain your composure and integrity, regardless of circumstance. I encourage you to share your personal experiences or thoughts on this modern Stoic approach in the comments below. How has mastering your mind changed your relationship or outlook on life? Let's explore this together and build a community of men committed to genuine confidence, rooted in wisdom and strength. If you're ready to stop chasing validation and start owning your confidence from the inside out, drop a comment right now. I am the rock in the storm. Like this video, subscribe for more real wisdom. And remember, true power isn't in what you show the world, but how you master yourself within. 2. Genuine confidence means being comfortable with yourself without needing others' approval. Unlike arrogance or forced postures, genuine confidence is an extraordinary force that many mistake for arrogance or bluster, but it is something much deeper and far more compelling. It's not about putting on a show, boasting loudly, or desperately trying to convince others of your worth. Instead, genuine confidence comes from a place of deep self-acceptance and comfort with who you are, independent of anyone's approval. Picture a man who enters a room and commands attention effortlessly, not because he's the loudest or flashiest, but because he carries an unshakable calmness and certainty within himself. This is the kind of confidence that doesn't seek to dominate or control, but quietly influences those around him through presence alone. It is rooted in a clear understanding of your values, your strengths, and your vulnerabilities, without needing to hide any part of yourself behind a mask. In today's world, where social media often pushes us to perform, compare, and seek likes and validation, genuine confidence stands out like a lighthouse in a storm. Women in particular are instinctively drawn to this kind of authentic presence because it signals emotional stability, self-respect, and inner strength, all of which are profoundly attractive traits. 99.9% of women will find themselves naturally chasing a man who embodies this kind of self-possession, not because of superficial charm or aggressive pursuit, but because he simply doesn't need to chase at all. This is where modern Stoicism offers invaluable wisdom. Stoicism teaches us that true power is not about controlling external events or other people's opinions, but mastering our own inner world, our thoughts, emotions, and reactions. When you adopt this mindset, you stop being a slave to fleeting validation and external approval. Instead, you become the master of your own emotional state, grounded in reason, resilience, and purpose. Imagine the freedom that comes with knowing you don't have to prove yourself to anyone, that you can face life's uncertainties and challenges with calm resolve. This isn't just philosophical idealism, it's practical advice for modern life. When you internalize Stoic principles, you learn to detach from the noise of social judgment and focus on what truly matters: your character, your actions, and your integrity. This shift transforms you from someone who chases after acceptance into someone who naturally attracts it, because your energy speaks of confidence without effort. Moreover, genuine confidence is closely tied to vulnerability, a concept many men shy away from. Yet, embracing vulnerability doesn't make you weak. It makes you real. When you accept your imperfections, acknowledge your fears, and show up authentically, you break down walls and invite genuine connection. This authenticity is incredibly magnetic because it signals emotional intelligence and courage, qualities that are deeply attractive in any relationship. In a culture that often celebrates superficial toughness or stoic silence, showing your real self requires a different kind of strength. Modern life constantly challenges men to juggle roles, provider, partner, leader, while navigating uncertainty and rapid change. Genuine confidence, grounded in self-awareness and emotional regulation, is the anchor that keeps you steady amidst this chaos. It helps you avoid the trap of performing for others and instead be fully present in your own life. Practicing this kind of confidence means cultivating habits that foster self-reflection and resilience. It might involve daily meditation, journaling, or simply pausing before reacting to stressful situations. It means learning to see setbacks not as personal failures, but as opportunities to grow stronger and wiser. This mindset change transforms challenges into stepping stones, giving you a quiet power that others recognize instinctively. Women, and really all people, can sense when a man isn't just chasing external success or validation, but is comfortable with his inner landscape. That comfort projects an aura of stability and trustworthiness that is far more compelling than any flashy gesture. So, as you navigate your day-to-day life, remember this: genuine confidence is not about changing who you are to fit a mold or impress others. It's about becoming more yourself, steadfast, calm, and clear in your values and emotions. When you live like this, you embody a magnetic energy that pulls people in effortlessly. You don't have to chase or compete. Your quiet strength makes you the one who is sought after. This is the essence of modern Stoicism, applied to personal relationships and life. Master yourself, and you master the art of attraction. The path to becoming that man is not an overnight transformation, but a steady commitment to self-mastery, honesty, and resilience. Embrace that journey, and you'll find that 99.9% of women and the world itself will naturally gravitate toward you, drawn by a confidence that is genuine, grounded, and utterly captivating. 3. Men who don't seek women's approval desperately tend to attract women more. Men who don't seek women's approval desperately tend to attract women more. This is not a mere coincidence or empty platitude. It is a timeless truth proven by history, psychology, and the raw fabric of human nature itself. Listen closely. When a man stops begging for validation, when he no longer kneels to the fleeting approval of others, he steps into a realm of power few ever reach. Women are not attracted to desperation, they are magnetized by strength. This strength isn't brute force or arrogance. It is the quiet, unshakable confidence that comes from mastering oneself. It is the core of Stoicism, the ancient philosophy of the modern warrior, the man who commands his life with clarity and control. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor who ruled Rome with wisdom and iron will, said it best: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is not just advice, it's a battle cry for every man who refuses to be a slave to fleeting emotions, social pressures, or the toxic need for approval. Understand this: women instinctively recognize when a man is the master of his own mind. When you walk through life grounded in your values, unbothered by the noise around you, you radiate magnetic energy. It is raw, authentic power. This power is a beacon that draws women in like moths to a flame. Why? Because women seek security, strength, and certainty, qualities a desperate man simply cannot provide. Desperation smells like weakness. Confidence smells like victory. The man who is desperate to be liked, to be accepted, to be loved, becomes invisible. The modern Stoic, however, is unforgettable. He stands firm when others crumble. He moves forward when others hesitate. He attracts without effort because he chases nothing but his own purpose and excellence. In today's hyper-connected world, filled with endless social media validation and superficial relationships, the modern Stoic shines brighter than ever. He refuses to be a puppet to likes, comments, or the approval of strangers. He understands that true validation comes from within. This refusal creates an aura of mystery and challenge, a psychological phenomenon known as FOMO, or fear of missing out. Women feel this deeply, even if they cannot always articulate it. They sense a man who owns his life, who does not seek approval, but commands respect simply by existing on his own terms. This is evolutionary psychology in motion. The man who demands approval triggers alarm bells as needy and weak. The man who dispassionately owns himself triggers primal attraction. This is why 99.9% of women will chase a man who embodies these principles: control over mind, body, and emotions. The modern Stoic does not suppress emotion, he masters it. He does not react impulsively, he responds with reason. He does not seek approval, he creates respect. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, taught us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your reaction is your power. When you respond to life calmly, decisively, and with unyielding strength, you transform yourself into a man who women want to be near, not because he chases them, but because he is untouchable, desirable, and rare. This is your blueprint for domination in relationships and in life. Make no mistake, this is not a game to play. It is a way of life to embody. Begin today to build your fortress of self-control. Stop chasing approval. Stop seeking validation. Build your life on rock-solid values that no external force can shake. Become a man who commands his mind and emotions like a general commands his army. When you do this, the world bends to your will. Women chase you because you are the prize. You are the man who chooses, not the man who is chosen. Your confidence ignites desire. Your calm presence sparks intrigue. Your refusal to bend fuels obsession. To the men reading this now, hear this loud and clear. The power to transform your life and your relationships lies within you, in mastering your mind and emotions. Be the modern Stoic. Be the man who refuses to be a slave to fleeting feelings and social validation. Be the man who stands tall amidst the chaos of modern life, unshaken, unstoppable. This is the way to not only attract women, but to command respect, success, and power in every area of your existence. Now, take action. Like this message if you are ready to own your power. Comment "I'm the modern Stoic" to claim your transformation. Subscribe for more unstoppable insights that will shape your destiny. This is not just advice, it is a command from a place of deep experience. Rule your mind. Rule your life. Become the man who women don't just want, but who they chase relentlessly. This is your destiny. Own it. If you're ready to stop chasing approval and start commanding respect, it's time to own your power and become the modern Stoic. Remember, women aren't attracted to desperation. They're magnetized by strength that comes from mastering your mind and emotions. So right now, drop a comment below. I'm the modern Stoic. Like this video, subscribe for more unshakable wisdom, and start living a life where you choose and others chase you. Your transformation begins today. Own it. 4. Don't put women on a pedestal. Treat them as equals, not superior. Don't put women on a pedestal. Treat them as equals, not superior. This mindset, while simple in wording, holds profound power in transforming the way men relate to women and themselves. Far too many men, especially between the ages of 35 and 70, fall into the trap of idealizing women to an unrealistic degree, unknowingly lowering their own value in the process. When you elevate someone to a pedestal, you inadvertently send a signal of neediness, insecurity, or desperation, which, rather than attracting, repels genuine interest. The truth is, women are drawn to men who carry themselves with confidence, self-respect, and emotional balance, qualities that stem from seeing others as equals rather than superiors or objects to be worshipped. This is where the ancient philosophy of Stoicism becomes a powerful tool in the modern man's arsenal. Stoicism teaches us to master our emotions, control our reactions, and focus only on what is within our power, which, in turn, fosters a quiet confidence that is irresistibly magnetic. Embracing Stoicism means you are not a slave to external validation, but instead, you stand firm, rooted in your own values and self-worth. This approach is critical because women instinctively sense emotional stability and self-reliance, both of which create an aura of strength and reliability, qualities that naturally draw them in. Understanding the Stoic mindset involves a shift from chasing external approval to cultivating inner mastery. It is not about becoming cold or indifferent, but rather about developing a calm presence that does not wobble with every change in circumstance. Imagine yourself as a steady oak tree in a storm. No matter how wild the weather, you remain grounded and unshaken. This metaphor perfectly captures the essence of modern Stoicism in relationships. A man who is balanced, emotionally resilient, and unwavering in his principles. Such a man does not need to chase or plead for attention because his consistent self-possession creates a magnetic field that naturally pulls others closer. 99.9% of women will chase a man who embodies this kind of quiet power because it is a sign of authenticity and true strength, rather than superficial charm or desperate effort. In today's fast-paced, distraction-heavy world, this kind of presence is not just attractive, it is rare, and therefore highly coveted. Applying Stoicism in the context of relationships means shifting your focus from outcomes to your own behavior and mindset. You cannot control how another person feels about you, but you can control how you treat yourself and others. This insight is liberating because it removes the anxiety and pressure to perform or prove yourself constantly. Instead, you become a man who values himself intrinsically and interacts with women as equals, fostering respect and genuine connection. When you stop putting women on pedestals, you begin to see them as individuals, with strengths and flaws, hopes and fears, just like you. This creates a foundation of mutual respect that is far more sustainable and attractive than any facade built on idealization. Think of the difference between chasing a mirage and walking alongside a fellow traveler on the path of life. One leads to frustration and emptiness, the other to meaningful and fulfilling companionship. In practical terms, embracing this mindset means prioritizing your own growth, values, and goals above the fleeting desire for approval. It means developing emotional discipline by catching yourself when you start to feel overly dependent on someone else's validation or approval. For example, if you notice feelings of jealousy, insecurity, or desperation bubbling up, pause and remind yourself that your worth is not tied to anyone else's opinion of you. This practice strengthens your emotional resilience over time, making you less reactive and more composed in social and romantic situations. Moreover, by treating women as equals, you invite authentic interactions that allow for true connection rather than superficial attraction. This doesn't mean lowering your standards or becoming indifferent. It means engaging from a place of balanced confidence, where your value is clear and unshakable. Women sense this deeply, even if they can't articulate it, and it transforms the way they perceive and respond to you. To put this into the context of modern life, consider how the digital age bombards us with endless comparisons, distractions, and pressures to perform. Social media, dating apps, and the constant barrage of curated images create unrealistic expectations and fuel insecurity. In this environment, the Stoic man stands out like a beacon of stability. His grounded presence offers relief and intrigue in equal measure. By focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, your reactions, and your integrity, You become immune to the noise and chaos that often derail others. This not only improves your romantic life, but also enhances your overall well-being and interpersonal relationships. Imagine walking into a room and feeling centered, self-assured, and calm, without needing anyone's approval to validate your worth. This is the modern Stoic ideal, a man who is authentic, strong, empathetic, and humble. Such a man commands respect effortlessly, not through force or posturing, but through the quiet power of being fully himself. If you're wondering how to start, begin by observing your internal dialogue and emotional responses. When you catch yourself idealizing someone or seeking approval, gently challenge those thoughts by reminding yourself that true respect is mutual and grounded in equality. Practice emotional self-regulation by taking deep breaths, pausing before reacting, and reflecting on your values. Gradually, these habits build a mindset where attraction is a natural result of your balanced and confident presence, rather than a product of chasing or trying too hard. Remember, true attraction flows from authenticity and emotional strength, not desperation or idolization. By embracing Stoicism and rejecting the pedestal mentality, you become the kind of man who doesn't just attract women, but earns lasting respect and meaningful connection in all areas of life. This timeless wisdom, adapted for modern challenges, empowers you to live with dignity, purpose, and magnetic confidence, qualities that never go out of style. 5. Keep high standards based on values and self-respect, not just appearances. Maintaining high standards rooted in your core values and self-respect, rather than relying on superficial appearances, is the foundation of true confidence and magnetic presence, qualities that no trend or fashion can replicate. This is not just a mindset, but a philosophy that has guided men for centuries, famously encapsulated in Stoicism. Modern Stoicism teaches us to master our emotions, prioritize what we can control, and build an unshakable inner fortress of strength and virtue. The profound truth behind the claim that 99.9% of women will chase you if you embody this mindset is that genuine attraction flows from a place of authenticity and unwavering self-worth, not from external adornments or fleeting charms. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This is a call to embody the virtues that truly matter: wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice, and let these principles shape your standards. When your self-respect is anchored in these enduring values, your demeanor naturally commands respect and admiration. Think about it. A man who remains calm, steady, and composed, regardless of circumstances, radiates a confidence that is impossible to ignore. This composure comes from an inner discipline, from embracing challenges as opportunities to grow rather than threats to your ego. The world is full of men who chase validation through appearances, trying to impress with clothes, cars, or fleeting youth, only to find their efforts hollow and their confidence fragile. In contrast, a man who prioritizes values over vanity finds a deeper, more lasting fulfillment. Real-life stories echo this truth. Men who have cultivated virtue and self-control often become pillars in their communities and relationships, inspiring trust and loyalty effortlessly. Take Epictetus's timeless wisdom. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This teaches us that your reactions, governed by your values and self-respect, define who you are far more than any external attribute ever could. By learning to control your impulses, to respond with patience and integrity, you create a presence that draws others in naturally. This is the essence of modern Stoicism, not an outdated doctrine, but a practical, empowering approach to life that transforms you from a reactive person into a deliberate creator of your destiny. It means making conscious choices daily, aligning your actions with your higher standards even when it's uncomfortable or unpopular. It means refusing to settle for less than you deserve, and refusing to compromise your character for short-term gains. When you live this way, your confidence becomes a beacon, a silent but powerful force that attracts like-minded individuals, including women who are intuitively drawn to your strength and authenticity. This isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, which naturally inspires desire and respect. Reflect on your own life. Are your daily choices elevating you toward this ideal, or are they clouded by external pressures and superficial goals? I encourage you to share your personal experiences and insights on how embracing high standards based on values rather than appearances has changed your relationships and self-perception in the comments below. By engaging in this conversation, you join a brotherhood of men committed to genuine growth, showing that the most compelling attraction isn't skin-deep, but rooted in character, resilience, and integrity. After all, as the philosopher Seneca wisely noted, it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. True wealth lies in the richness of your character, and when you embody this, the world, including the women you desire, cannot help but notice. If you're ready to stop chasing and start commanding respect through real, unshakable values, then drop this in the comments right now. I live by high standards, not shallow trends. Like this video, subscribe for more powerful truths, and remember, true confidence isn't about looks, it's about character. Be the man women chase because you stand firm on what truly matters. 6. Attraction is about being your best self, respecting yourself and others, and living a fulfilling life. Attraction is much deeper than mere appearances or fleeting charm. It stems from the core of who you are, how you respect yourself, treat others, and pursue a life of meaning and fulfillment. When you embody the timeless principles of Stoicism, you begin to exude a quiet confidence and inner strength that naturally draw people to you. Picture this: 99.9% of women will be irresistibly attracted to you, not because you chase after them or try to impress, but because your steadfast nature, calm composure, and sense of purpose create an aura of magnetic attraction that is impossible to fake or overlook. This is the power of modern Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches mastery over your own mind and emotions, so that your external behavior aligns with the qualities that genuinely resonate with others. At its core, attraction begins from within, and by committing yourself to personal growth, mentally, emotionally, and ethically, you transform into a man who radiates authenticity and stability. In today's noisy, unpredictable world, these qualities are rare and incredibly valuable, making you stand out without needing to shout or boast. Living a Stoic life means embracing respect, not just for others, but most importantly, for yourself. It means setting boundaries, refusing to settle for less than you deserve, and walking through life with integrity and kindness. When you honor your own values and show genuine care for the people around you, women sense it instinctively. They are drawn to men who are grounded, purposeful, and comfortable in their own skin, because this type of confidence isn't loud or aggressive, it's calm, consistent, and deeply compelling. You don't have to put on a show or pretend to be someone you're not. The real power lies in embodying timeless virtues, patience, resilience, humility, and emotional control. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoics, taught that what truly defines a man is his own character and behavior, not the opinions or approval of others. By living according to this philosophy, you stop chasing validation or external rewards, and instead focus on becoming a man of substance. Modern life can easily distract us with superficial symbols of success, flashy cars, flashy clothes, social media likes, but these are hollow when it comes to genuine attraction. Women, consciously or unconsciously, seek something far more profound. A man who can remain steady in the face of adversity, who treats people with respect, and who is passionately committed to growth and purpose. Such a man is both a rock and a beacon, inspiring trust and admiration. This is exactly the kind of man who will see women drawn to him naturally, without effort or manipulation. What's more, adopting a Stoic mindset shields you emotionally. When your self-worth is anchored inside, rather than relying on the approval of others, you protect yourself from insecurity, desperation, and neediness, traits that are quickly sensed and avoided. Practically speaking, Living this way means dedicating yourself to continual improvement, whether that means intellectual growth, physical fitness, emotional intelligence, or cultivating a meaningful mission that excites you. The journey of becoming your best self is ongoing and requires discipline, but the rewards are immense. Women recognize this commitment to excellence and are drawn to it. They feel safe and inspired around a man who embodies balance, strength tempered with compassion, confidence softened by humility. It's a rare combination in a world filled with confusion about what it means to be masculine or how to attract a partner. By adopting Stoicism as a modern strategy, you reclaim your power by focusing inward, mastering your emotions, and living with unwavering authenticity. This inward mastery projects an energy that's magnetic and unmistakable. So, if you want to be the man who commands genuine respect and effortlessly attracts women, start by respecting yourself and living a life rooted in Stoic principles. This isn't just a mindset, it's a lifestyle that transforms your entire being, helping you become the best version of yourself. It makes you irresistible, not through superficial tactics or chasing others, but through the undeniable strength of character, purpose, and calm confidence. In a world where many men are lost or overwhelmed by fleeting trends and shallow validation, choosing Stoicism sets you apart as a beacon of true masculinity and attraction. Ultimately, living by these values doesn't just attract women, it brings fulfillment, peace, and lasting relationships, grounded in respect and authenticity. 7. Having passions outside of dating makes you more attractive and fulfilled. Having passions outside of dating isn't just a casual suggestion, it's the unbreakable foundation of your magnetic power and deep fulfillment. Understand this clearly. 99.9% of women will chase you if you embody this truth. This isn't a gimmick or a trick. It's the core of Stoicism applied to modern life, the ancient wisdom of self-mastery and purpose turned into an unstoppable force of attraction. Marcus Aurelius declared, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This is the key. When you command your mind and your life, when your passions fuel your existence rather than the fleeting approval of others, you become magnetic. Your energy shifts. You stop being a man who chases, you become a man who is chased. Women sense this power instinctively. They want a man who doesn't depend on their attention to validate his worth, but one who is so deeply engaged in his mission that their presence is a privilege, not a necessity. Passion is the fuel of this mission, whether it's mastering a craft, excelling in your career, building your body, or creating something meaningful that outlasts you. Passion gives you an aura of purpose and confidence that no superficial charm or empty compliments can replicate. The modern Stoic is not distracted by emotional dependency or the chaos of reactive desire. Instead, he builds an ironclad foundation of discipline and self-respect. This is the difference between desperation and dominance. The Stoic man knows attraction is a byproduct of value. You don't give your power away by seeking validation. You own your value by living deliberately, with unwavering focus on what matters. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. React not with desperation, but with resolute control. Elevate your mind above the noise. Engage fully in your passions." This engagement radiates confidence so strong that women are naturally drawn to you. It's the difference between a man who is led by external approval and a man who leads himself and his destiny. In today's chaotic world of instant gratification, where too many men lose themselves in the quest for surface-level attention, the modern Stoic stands apart, unyielding, purposeful, and deeply attractive. He does not chase women. Women chase him because his life is a force of nature. His presence commands respect. His mind is unshakable. His energy is magnetic. This is your wake-up call. Stop wasting precious energy chasing what you can never truly own. Instead, channel your drive into meaningful passions that build your legacy and identity. When you do, chasing you will become the natural consequence, not the desperate plea. It will become the world wanting what you already own, a man of power, mastery, and undeniable worth. Own this truth. Own your mission. Own your life. If you believe in the power of modern Stoicism, like this message, comment below with "I am the modern Stoic," and subscribe for more strategies on how to turn attraction, fulfillment, and mastery into your daily reality. Don't just live in the shadows of your desires. Command the spotlight, seize control, and let the world chase you for once. Remember, he who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Be that warrior. Be unstoppable. Thanks so much for sticking with me until the end. Remember, the secret to truly standing out and attracting the right people, especially women, isn't about chasing looks, status, or anything superficial. It's about having solid values and self-respect, the kind of inner strength that comes from practicing modern Stoicism. When you focus on controlling what you can, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, and live by principles like integrity, courage, and patience, confidence isn't something you have to fake. It becomes a natural part of who you are. This kind of strength is magnetic, and it draws people toward you effortlessly. So my sincere advice is this: stop worrying about external approval and start investing in your character. Set high standards based on what truly matters to you, not what others expect or what trends dictate. Make choices that align with those values every day, even when it's tough or uncomfortable. That's how you build real confidence and attract meaningful connections. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences, so please share them in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. Stay strong, stay true to yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.